This week on the No More Late Fees podcast, Jackie and I are joined by our TikTok pal, Sonia, who has conned us into thinking her name is Hillary. Before our episode drops later this week, we wanted to give our audience a chance to get to know Sonia with some fun and games. Hi, Sonia.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming. We're so happy you're here.
Look at this TikTok, that godforsaken clock app making friends.
Yeah, that app has surprised us quite a bit. We've made a lot of new friends. We're not complaining.
No.
But so you guys know how we discovered the wonderful, beautiful Sonia is I was creating content, looking through our For You page, and a video came up where this woman had such an insightful thesis, as you would call it, on Hoku. If you don't know who Hoku is, why are you listening to this show?
Right?
So she dug deep. It was almost like Dateline kind of news reporting, where she found out that Not Another Dumb Blonde, a Hoku song, was on the movie Snow Days soundtrack, while Perfect Day was on the Legally Blonde soundtrack, and they should have been flipped. They should have been switched.
This is my hill to die on, honestly. And like you say, like deep investigative reporting, it's just something that's been like on my mind for literally 15 years, just casually, just like, hey, that's really weird. I mean, like, fine, Another Dumb Blonde, because a lot of people were in my comments like, she's not a dumb blonde. And I was like, look at the lyrics. That's not what the song is about. Like, the song is about basically like your man cheating on you and being dumped, and like, fine, like go be with somebody else. But Perfect Day, Legally Blonde is not about a day, and Snow Day is literally about a perfect day. Like, this is my hill to die on. And then I went on like a Hoku deep dive to see what she's up to. She's still like ageless wonder, no choice but to stan. And so that's how we met.
Yes, I saw the video. And I had to go in her comments. I think one of our other mutuals was talking about Hoku, and I was like, oh, you got to check out. And I tagged her in the video. And then I was just like, we're going to share this on our Instagram page because the people need to know. So when we did Legally Blonde, if you haven't, go look on our Instagram. You can see the video. And we've been in love ever since. She doesn't know, but we have. We have been.
The feeling is mutual. And I have to say that like the original stitch on that, like people were answering with, because it's like, what's something that never sat right with you? And then people were talking about like weird unsolved mysteries. And I was like, what's the deal with these Hoku songs? Like I had like my head wrap on, like no makeup, and I was like, let me just yell about Hoku into my phone. And so many people saw it. It was very bizarre.
And okay, Jackie, remember when I was obsessed with the Snow Day movie? Like,
yes,
obsessed.
I've still never seen it. I'm like,
I've
it's
never
not
seen
for
it.
Let
me.
me tell you, I rewatched it the other day, and usually we refrain from watching any movies in our 95, 2005 time frame, but I just had to know. I had to know if the love was still there. It's not. It's not. When we do that movie eventually, it's going to be a ride. It's going to be a ride. So obviously I love your TikToks because you have a nice balance of really funny things that come to your mind. And then you talk about real serious issues, which I very much appreciate. Well, we are going to play a game. It's really just us talking about how much we love Ryan Reynolds and figuring out which one of his movies is our favorite, or if you want to rank yours, whatever. We're real free today. We're real loose and free today.
It's fine.
So Jackie was nice enough to give us a list of all of Ryan Reynolds' movies, including Sabrina the Teenage Witch, which is a TV movie. I just wanted to make that clear for our audience. It was on the Hallmark Channel. It was not in the movie theaters, if that makes any difference to you. Dick, not actual Dick, because we would love his dick, but not actual Dick, the movie Dick with Kirsten Dunst and Michelle Williams. Van Wilder, Buying the Cow, another under the radar.
I was gonna say, I don't think I've ever heard either that, or my brain just like forgot
No, you didn't hear
it. Might have been straight to DVD, but since we were playing fast and loose with the movies, Buying the Cow stayed, because there's a line in it that I quote all the time.
The In-Laws, Blade Trinity, Amityville Horror, Waiting, and Just Friends. So we're only doing the movies that he did from 1995 to 2005. So I don't want you guys calling and complaining and said we missed this movie, 95 to 2005.
And if I did not remember shelving it, it didn't go on the list because
Jackie,
there were a couple of movies that I'm like, I've never heard of this movie. Maybe it was only released in Canada. Who knows?
What was it, that teacher movie he did on ABC Family?
No.
Because I know all of them. That is.
Hey.
All right, ladies. What we doing here? Who wants to go first?
Well, I mean, I can go first because hands down, my favorite Ryan Reynolds out of this list is Hannibal from Blade Trinity. Just H to T. He's shirtless most of the time. He has the facial hair.
Anything about his acting abilities, Jackie?
Oh, I don't care.
Who gives a shit about that?
I mean, so Ken and I, my husband and I, had a discussion about Ryan Reynolds, and I'm like, he just always plays Ryan Reynolds. No matter what he's in, he always plays Ryan Reynolds. So I have nothing to go on except for how hot he is. And I know I'm objectifying him. I apologize, Ryan Reynolds.
This bitch, because it's getting sensual.
But OMG, Hannibal.
Yeah, he did look fine as hell in that one. 100%.
So good.
So I feel like I'm going to go a little bit rogue with my answer. And well, if we're basing this, like, wait, are we going on performance or like where he looks the hottest?
That's what I was confused about. Y'all just
all right.
Wherever you want to take it.
Okay. So I haven't seen most of these movies in a very long time, so I can't vouch for how Waiting holds up, but I know I did like that a lot. In terms of how he looks, though, Amityville Horror, for sure. I remember seeing that in the theater and like gripping the armrests. Like that, there's like literally one scene where like him and whoever plays the wife are having sex, and I was like, this is not really happening. Like why is he so hot? Like why with the beard and everything? Like he should bring the beard back.
I really
think
should.
That the beard is the I don't know. So yeah, that's my answer. I think. I think Amityville Horror is not a bad remake. I haven't seen it in a while. I was gonna say I was 14, so it was like this had happened way earlier. Like I was listening to your episode about The Mummy today, and I was like, God, that was like, I like consider myself mostly straight, but damn, something LGBT was very much happening during The Mummy. But anyway, I digress. No, like that was, I remember being like, I just like don't remember seeing somebody that hot, like because he was like very shirtless and because he was chopping all that wood and stuff. It was like aggressively like masculine, and I was like, what is happening? Like, why is somebody this attractive? Like, that is honestly the most attractive I have found him or will ever find him again, probably. Like, honestly, just that was the peak.
This one's hard for me because I have emotional attachments to pretty much every stage of this man's career, because I used to watch him on 15 on Nickelodeon, and then progressively he was just popping up on other shows in my teenage life. And when the guy from 15 came together with Clarissa Explains It All in a Hallmark movie, a bitch was excited. So I don't know necessarily now if I look back and say if that was the hottest time. No, it was not. He had like frosted tips. He looked real bad. It wasn't a good time for him, but I was super excited because I hadn't seen him since 15 pretty much. So yeah, that one has a special place in my heart.
I think you fought so hard for Sabrina to be included.
Like, yeah, I did. It was important. It was important. Out. I agree with Jackie. Blade Trinity, he was funny at the time. I think if I go back, I don't know if I'm going to like Blade Trinity anymore, but back then he made that movie for me 100%.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys have any hot takes on what we had to say about Ryan Reynolds or anything else, hit us up on our social handles on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube at No More Late Fees. And Hillary, God damn it, Sonia.
I gotcha.
You did. Sonia, tell them how to find your NoChilaryBanks accounts.
So you can find me on TikTok at NoChilaryBanks, and you can find even more random hot takes on Twitter at Sonia Marie Says.
Oh, we gotta follow you on Twitter if we haven't.
I apologize in advance. Because sometimes a bitch be crying.
So make sure you guys stay tuned for our Just Friends episode later this week with Sonia.
And as always, be kind and rewind.